Figured I'd start showing you what's going on here. I got a log I just split. I'm going to show you the steps in the process of what I'm making here. These are expected to be cardinals. Who knows exactly? But there's some steps that already happened, obviously. Got the logs here in a neat little row. Got some little pieces here for them to fall on after it got split, so that they'll be raised off the ground a little bit. Those little pieces of wood. And basically I'm just cutting them in half. I'm not trying to be precise, like I'm making a tabletop or something, because I'm just splitting them in to make carvings out of. And this one, just chose to make it vertical, even though it's not 90 degrees, because it's like half and half of the wood. It's sort of weighted that way. This would be a bigger, anyway. If I cut it that way, this piece would be bigger, way bigger, and that piece would be smaller. So it's a different angle, but I can make the carvings, no problem. And basically, I'm gonna quarter saw these to reduce the splits. It sort of makes a better product, and then I'll cut these again. I could cut twice and make 12 birds out of here, or half and half and make taller birds. But I'm thinking sap pocket. I'm still thinking, but I still have time to think about it as I cut this. And I may just cut each piece as I go, and maybe do some smaller birds and some taller birds. Maybe cut it in 3, but do 1 taller and 2 shorter. 2 really stubby ones, because I need to make more small things, because I need a range. You or whoever's trying to do something like this needs a range of stuff to sell. As I'm trying to start selling these. So here's a pile of, well, that's another project. Basically the same idea, but some oak. But anyway, back to this project. It's hard to stay focused out here with all this stuff going on. See the flowers I got planting going on? I'm digging those up. I got to do something with that tire. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna saw these some more right here into long pieces, and then see, I haven't got my chaps on today. Yep, that's the next step in the process, and then can cut them to length and start carving on them. So here we go. Let's see if this will work. Hold on, let me fix my camera stand. I got on Amazon. I got what it was in the Amazon. Well, they hold it. Maybe that'll work. Anyway, here we go. Chain break. I have glasses on, but oh well. I've been cutting a long way, so all these pieces are going to be pretty big. It's not making dust, so it shouldn't get my eyes too bad. Don't drop start the saw. You can do it like this. Do as I say, not as I do. to make sure the bar, what angle I can get it at before the bar hits the ground, which is pretty high. And also, I'm trying to use the curved section of the teeth. It only cuts with 1 or 2 teeth, whereas if you're cutting like this, you know, you spreading it out over more teeth. So it cuts a smaller area, but it cuts it faster. I don't know how to explain it. Faster over the smaller area. And you sort of ride that curved tip and let the bar be your guide for making it straight. Oops. Okay, so when I start that, on these, because I'm quarter sawing it, I just go from the middle to the middle so I can see the direction. Because it's sort of sitting on the round, it sort of levels itself out to the weight. Sort of. Anyway, I start a little dot here, then I go to the other side and make a line. Then I come back over here and finish the line, and then I go scribe across all the way, and then I go for it. So we'll see. I'll show you. Chain break, flip that down. You need to secure the saw so it don't fly around, because it could jerk this in and could. Okay, I got to slide it over, but, well, not yet. When it falls apart, I want this to land on, not the ground. Look at these. These little pieces right here. Well, actually, I'm not going to saw it in half again, so it's not that crucial. Okay. Never mind. Thinking too much. Move that out so I can get my feet over here. I guess. But that's basically where I was in the process to get that one apart. The only thing I didn't show you is how to do that starting on these, but it's basically the same process. Just think where you want to split it at and start on one here and over there and over here. These are too fresh to get, the bark don't come off easy, and when I block it out, I take big chunks of the bark off anyway. Just have to cut through it a few times, and well, I've got files. There's a bug on my... Okay. I think I pushed a little too hard with my arms, so I need to let the tool do more of the work. But I can go ahead and do one of these. Well, I got to let the saw cool off. I need another saw so I can rotate them like that. Or I need to repair my other saw, which is pretty good. It just needs thorough clean out so I don't blow it up. Anyway, part 2 coming next.